Hello ladies and gents, welcome to a Pro Evolution coaching session with your host SpoonyPizzas. This is for eFootball PES 2021. This is where you guys send in your clips to an email address which I'll leave in the description below, and basically I analyze the gameplay and just try and provide suggestions and feedback as to where you could improve, things you could do better, and hopefully, help you guys improve your game. If you're watching this, don't be too critical of the player that's playing. It's not always easy to understand if they're experienced in lag or anything like that, so do take that into account. Let's dive straight into the gameplay. So Juventus pick up the ball and play it long. PK intercepts and Coutinho plays it into De Jong, who then plays it into Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba loses the ball. Dybala picks it up, plays it into Morata. Through ball to Del Piero. Off Puyol. Oh, it's fell nicely from Morata, but let's just rewind that a second here, because as you pick up the ball with De Jong here and play it out to Jordi Alba, it's at this point you want to play a pass, just a normal pass into De Jong, and then a through ball to return. So set your player on a player run by holding the player select button and pressing the pass button into De Jong. Here, one of the things I noticed is that you've still got De Jong selected and you haven't selected Puyol yet. Now he has got a secondary player indicator above his head, so this means that if you press your player select button, you pick up Puyol, and that's exactly what you want to do. You want to try and apply a press here, whether it's a secondary press, because obviously you've still got De Jong selected, but personally I would select Puyol and apply press and just basically charge into the back of Morata here. Because what you don't want him doing is giving time for Morata to turn and face your goal, especially with Del Piero making this run here. So, if we just play this on, yeah, you've still not selected Puyol, and now you want to get, now the alarm bells are really ringing for me. You need to get across here as quickly as you can to stop that ball there, because he's got his hands out. He's saying, I want the ball just there, and as soon as he plays it, it's perfect. And like I said, the damage is already done by not selecting Puyol and getting tight to Morata. So just something to think about there. Try and pick your defenders up nice and early. Just get it to play on to Jordi Alba. Again, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to release the pass at the last second, and sometimes you just don't need to do that. It's going to create more problems than it has done for you there. So try and pass the ball early. That way it's going to help you build your attacks a little bit better. The ball down the line. This nice play here. Oh, it's Coutinho and Griezmann into De Jong almost, but here when you're here with Coutinho, what I would recommend is driving down this way. Just keep going. Pull this player across and maybe isolate a 1-against-1 with Griezmann and Chiellini, and just see what opens up. By turning inside, I mean, how you got the ball to De Jong from here, I'll never know, but you did. But yeah, I personally would have asked questions of Kante to try and drag him out wide, but because you cut inside, and yeah, that ball there is really lucky. What I like here is what you're doing here is basically taking the ball this way. I would probably release sprint, because obviously you've got traffic here. You've got opposition traffic quite heavy in this area, so probably releasing the sprint. But what you're doing is you're dragging Chiellini out, and like I said, if you release the sprint, what I've probably done is took it to here, little half turn there, and then by that time hopefully De Jong will be ready to breach the offside trap, and then the through ball into De Jong. And it would have been with Griezmann's favoured left foot, but here, this is still a great ball to play, but it is with De Jong, Griezmann's weaker foot. It doesn't quite reach De Jong. So yeah, great that you pulled away from the defender. Really love that. It's one of the things I mentioned in my attacking tutorials to do. But here, I see you're a little bit hasty to try and get the ball forward. You know, sometimes a little bit of patience is required. So you pick up the ball, continue here. I can see the runner of Griezmann and who you're looking for, but that's really ambitious. I probably would go short or backwards to try and maintain possession, try to get a bit of a grip on the game. But you play the ball forward early and it's easily intercepted. De Jong here, you know, I think you get a little bit unlucky here because what's happened is, I don't know the tactics you've got in terms of like the advanced instructions, but when De Jong plays this ball, I noticed that watch Fatty's hands. See those hands? They're like sort of pointing towards the floor. This means he wants the ball short, a normal pass. If you're to play a through ball, he's not going to react. So his hand, actually the arms in PES are actually really important. So do take that into account, that he's looking for a short pass. Try and bring his Puyol across, and then pass it into Ansu Fati. But he got a bit unlucky there. I think it's just, you know, it was just one of those last minute things, and it's very frustrating in PES this year that the players do that. They tend to come short when you want to go beyond the last man, and it's all to do with the team style, the playing style of the players. So each player, you know, reacts differently to things. I think Fatty's a prolific winger. Correct me if I'm wrong. So here we go. This is nice play. Okay, got a little bit crowded out there. Try again. You're like, this is really nice from Fatty, by the way. Really nice dribbling. Here, yeah, I kind of like that you've played it into, you know, he's got a pocket of space there. Now you probably want to look to play a through ball to bring this player onto it, and you might be able to have a 2 here against one situation. So you could have overloaded that flank. Certainly with his formation, like, he's got 2 sort of midfielders here offering really good support in the middle, and then you got a 3rd player there. So going through the middle of this formation looks very, very difficult in terms of where his defense are, but in the wide areas over here and over here, I think that's where I would look to exploit, because that looks like his weakness. Morata picks up the ball, plays it into Del Piero. Back to Morata, has a long shot, comfortable save. Good defending, you sort of squeezed him out there, he was left with no other option. I've just noticed you've just gone for a defensive strategy. It'd be interesting to understand why you made that decision to go defensive. Perhaps you saw something between the players and weren't happy with how the game was going. Maybe they weren't deep enough for you. Okay, so when you do get in these wide positions, and this is really, really good, by the way, get into these wide positions, what does it do? Look at his team now. If we look at his team, like, how many got near the box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we've got another one coming back here. What I would always say to do is look to turn. Just turn away from their players so you can shield the ball, and then play it into one of your players here. If we look at the radar just down here, this player here, a nice through ball, we'll play it into his path. I'll probably use right bumper and right trigger here just to stand up to Kante. That gives you, because you've turned like almost 180, the touch takes you longer. So by holding right trigger and right bumper, that would get you to face towards the goal. So you'd be facing like this way. And with Kante coming in here, you could either do a double touch, but if you're not familiar with skills, like I said, just turn and through ball all the way back to this player here running onto it. And what would happen if he picks up the ball here? Look at the options you got. You could play a little 1-2. You could pass it into this player to play a through ball off, and then a finesse shot. You know, it would open up. Obviously, we can't tell because, you know, you've sort of turned over the ball there, but you can see De Jong there on the right-hand side of the picture, who you should be looking for when you do get in those wide positions. Try and cycle the ball backwards and create chances. Again, you've tried to go through the middle there. It's far too congested with his formation. And pull down the line to Griezmann, and it goes out for a goal kick. You win the header there, but you know, think about using Super Council to get in front of their player. That'll give you greater accuracy to your headers, and also try and head it backwards towards your own goal, because you'll have the numbers there. But still, play goes on. Thanks you, Fatty. This is really good. Oh, okay. So you get taken out by Kante. Well, not taken out, but tackled by Kante. But this is much better. Remember earlier when I said about Coutinho and you sort of, I think it was around here that you sort of cut inside. This time you just drive down the wing and you're asking questions of Kante. This is the point where you need to pass the ball. Why? He's got Kante and he's decided to come across here. And a through ball in there, you know, and you should be able to finish from there. Either passing into Griezmann if Chiellini comes across to deal with the threat. But the fact you just go a little bit too long, and Kante's an absolute monster in this game. He's like a little mopping up machine. So yeah. So here's Nedved. Play, see. Morata into Del Piero. Oh, this is gonna be, yeah. I could see that coming. I could see exactly what's coming. So when they play the ball into Del Piero here, you pick up Piqué and you literally run into your own box here. So you run in there. What you want to do is get close to him. You know, he's not lightning quick. Puyol is goal side of Morata, so the 1-2 isn't on just yet, which you might be a bit wary of. But by going back in there, I mean, look, he's got no pressure on the ball whatsoever. He can pick his shot, and all Piqué is doing there is blocking the goalkeeper's view, and that makes it easier for the ball to go in the back of the net. Again, it's something I highlight in my attacking tips. If you can shield the goalkeeper's view with a player, it increases the chances of the ball going into the back of the net. So it's Piqué. He's out to Dest. Intercepted. Oh, nice little bit of dribbling. You're quite good at your dribbling. Is Jordi Alba. Yeah, you're getting a little bit caught out there. But here's a ball in. Ah, look at that. You're like, one thing I recommend never doing, unless you're on PA3, is what you do here with Coutinho. Sort of a 180 pass. So he picks the ball up. And you can see there he's going to fall back. He's like off balance, and that's the reason he falls to the floor. And, you know, the through ball there is just never going to work. Not unless you get lucky. So, you know, just try and wait for the openings to present themselves rather than trying to force the openings. Ball into Morata. Into Alexandro. Cool. Nice little bit of play there. Whoever's using Juve. Puyol to Jordi Alba. So he likes the side of the pitch. That's better. See, that's, if you did that earlier in the first half, or you know, earlier in this half, then you know, you may not have conceded the first goal because you released the ball nice and early. I don't like the way Fatty keeps cutting inside. Kind of need that width against this formation. Don't know if you've got false wingers maybe. Oh no! I reckon you're meant to pass the ball here to Griezmann. Maybe just overcooked it on the power of the pass. But here, you know, the through ball to Griezmann, or even better, like if you see this press, it's there's very little you can do if you just did a simple 1-2. You know, player select, pass button, you know, a through ball, return ball. Yeah. Oh, he has to actually turn there. He has actually selected, you know, Chiellini, but yeah, the ball into Griezmann would have been the right option there, whether it's a through ball or a pass. I think he might have just overcooked it on the pass. Back to De Jong, to Messi. Oh, unlucky. Good effort. Difficult to score from that angle with Messi, unless you're like using a finesse shot, and it's the fact that it rose up, he's always gonna volley it. Should be a comfortable save for the goalkeeper. De Jong, how's it go? Oh, good save. There's Sandro playing to Dybala. Good strength. Del Piero, Morata. Morata looking for the return ball. Comfortable save for Neto. So the long ball's played and it's half time. So you're getting a lot of possession there, 61% possession. That's really good. So second half, I don't think you've changed anything. Here's Fati. Yeah, giving up the ball cheaply. Again, I think, you know, when you play it in these wide areas, that's where all his players are central. Try and just run down the wing, and then just turn around, get all his players forced into the box, like I pointed out earlier. If he's going to do that. Oh my word! Now I brought out a tutorial not too long ago about this sort of spacing we're seeing here. The space of your players, of his players, you know, from an offline perspective, but it still applies to online. And you probably want to change your attack and defense strategy because your players are just sitting off far too much, and every single player of his is allowed to pick up the ball, turn and face goal. So, you know, just something to think about if you do notice that space materializing. It's a nice little pass there to get it into his player. He's dealt with it. Comes back out. Brilliant defending that. He got goal side and picked him off. Ball into Griezmann. That's nice. Oh, he's got him. Oh, no. Oh, no. You did everything right. This is absolutely brilliant. Up until here, almost. Because you sort of go this way. When he's behind you here, just cut across. There's nothing you can do apart from take you out and give a penalty away and maybe a red card. Because if you cut across this way, you can then just finish into the corner, making it 2-1. The fact that you go narrow, even here, you know, don't shoot. You know, if you're panicking, just release a sprint and just cut this way. Sorry, this way. Pink on pink doesn't go very well, so just cut in that way and then finesse finish. He's behind you. There's nothing you can do. But you sort of rush it and just go for power at near post. I noticed you passed earlier with Griezmann's right foot into De Jong, and you took a shot with his right foot there. Maybe you think he's right-footed. I can't say for sure without speaking to you, but obviously he's left-footed, and you know, that would have been the play. I'm sure you know he's left-footed, but just something to take into account if you're wondering. Obviously, always try and go with the stronger foot when you're finishing. If it means taking an extra touch or cutting inside the defender. God, look at how much space Dybala's got here. Oh my goodness. So let's just take a look. So Busquets is your defense midfielder. That is him right here. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, he's been drawn out with a backwards pass. And as soon as you lose your defense midfield cover, look at Dybala. He can run all the way towards goal and get a shot off. So just make sure that your defensive midfielder is always protecting your back line. So notice how these spaces are starting to open up through the change of the attack and defense strategy. That's really good. You press shoot to clear that. And again, that's really good. I like that. I like to see that you're pressing shoot to clear. So many players like just press the pass button on when they're trying to clear it. So yeah, any corners, just press shoot to clear. Oh, that time you didn't. You got lucky, but you look at this. Like some players do this, and you know you got away with it there, but another time it could make you pay. So just for any corners, just press shoot to clear. If it falls to a player on the ground, shoot to clear. You know, just deal with the danger and then and regroup. Don't worry about giving the ball away, because it's better to do that than, you know, a pass getting intercepted, or you get tackled in your own box. Again, and here's the pressure's starting to mount now. Here I would think about why is it? If you look at the space that his players have got and your players are like under pressure all the time. You're not seeing those big spaces. See, as soon as you played it into Griezmann, Chiellini was right on you. Look at these spaces now. Look how much space each player his have got every time he passes the ball. Absolute acres. Ah, yeah. There's nothing you could do there, but change your attack and defense strategy. You know, check out the most. Can't think of the name of the tutorial, but I'll leave a link or card at the top of this video in that section. You can see what I'm talking about. There's a chance. Oh, went for a normal cross. You could have did a low driven cross maybe. Your player was in with a chance. But look at this space. It's better from Ronaldinho doing some defensive work. This is nice. Good play. Dest. That's it. Like I said, this is where the weakness was. In these wide areas. And there we go. There we go. I said, didn't I? I said that, you know, the strength of their team is in the middle. You get down the wing with Messi. Oh my goodness, what is he doing? I'd be interested in, like, if I could find the person, you know, who you're playing against, to ask what happened here. Because is it because if you watch Chiellini, he starts walking this way when he's selected. Is it because this player was moving this way and then the player switch has made Chiellini move that way? I don't know. No, he's selected him early. It's not like the player switch has happened as the ball's released. He's actually selected him, but he's still moving away. He's obviously not adjusted his left stick to take into account, and that's why Griezmann gets in. And it's a great finish as well. The way you went to the near post, perfect. Always go to the near post in those scenarios. So gives you a fighting chance back, but just not liking the fact that your players are stood so far off there. Is that look at all this space. Every single person get a little bit unlucky there with the ball going through your feet, but PK mops it up. This is dangerous. Cool. Why did he pass it out there? Probably a bit of a lag maybe. So corner comes in. Goes over everyone's head and Dybala picks it up. It's a throw. Nedved as a go. Oh my word. Powerful effort there from Nedved. think he's looking for the spectacular now. You know, there's not a lot of time left. He's going short here. You got to notice that sooner. He'd have had his player selected. Goes for another effort with Nedved. It's headed away. But here, look, you know, when you're looking at corners, if any players are sort of making a move on their own, like in this, look at this, look. There. Number 24. So as soon as you see that, you want to get a player out and tight to stop him doing that. You know, luckily, didn't have to worry about the outcome that time, but just something to think about. Sandro crossing the ball in. Oh. Oh no. This is what I said, so let's go back. Sandro picks up the ball. It's in this wide area. You backed off him there a little bit. Perhaps thinking he was going to cut inside, but that's fair enough. When he crosses this, shoot to clear. Just press the shoot button. You've headed downwards. You've tried a passing header. And this is why I told you, I mentioned earlier on the corners, and the same applies for crossing. Any time your player gets in the box, just press shoot to clear there. And you just clear it away, no danger. But because you've tried to head it down, your player's taking a heavy touch. And it's a goal. Yeah, your player shouldn't take a heavy touch, but it can happen. It can happen. This is why I always say, it's in your box, just play it safe, just press shoot to clear and deal with it. So any corners, crosses, anytime your player has it in the box basically, unless you're playing out from the back from a goal kick, then just press shoot to clear. Another effort there. I've noticed he's got an attacking strategy now. And those gaps are even bigger. So I would recommend, you know, if you see those gaps between your players and his and you feel like you're really stifled, make sure you change your attack and defense strategy. So anyway, that is pretty much it as far as I believe. I don't think there's any more chances. No. So that's all from me, ladies and gents. Thank you for watching and joining this Proevo coaching session. You know, like I said, drop a comment down below if there's anything I missed that you think could help him. And I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. Anyway, take care, guys. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.